So hello everyone, myself Parkujatide, and in this video we are going to talk about a lot of stuff, some questions, some answers about the spiritual path, about how to go into that, how to avoid the mental clutter, or how to achieve nirvana or moksha. So without further ado, let's get started. So see, the first thing is, once someone questioned Osho that, see, I have thirst, but I don't know what is the path to go to God. What is the path to reach to God? I have the thirst, I have the hunger, but I don't know the path. I don't know the roadmap. Maybe in the Gen Z lingual, it may be a roadmap. I don't know that. So can you please tell me what is the roadmap? So then he replies that, see, the first thing is, it is a good sign that you have the thirst, you have the hunger. And the second thing is, if you have thirst, you don't need the path, you don't need a roadmap to actually achieve moksha, right? So what is the thing is, I have my laptop here. Here I have noted the important points. See, the first thing is, thirst is the path itself. See, there are different paths to achieve to a single thing. Suppose you started off from your house, you want to go to the market, and you will notice that there are different paths through which you can reach the market, right? You can go through the station road, or you can go by the bridge, you can go through the field or the market. There are several paths, right? When we search something in Google Maps, you can see there are several paths. All goes to the same destination, but the routes are different, right? So this thing is important, that on going to a destination, there are different roads to achieve it. There are different ways to achieve it. So there is not a particular way that if you do this and this and this, then only you will get that. There are multiple ways. It is not a hard-coded, it is not hard-coded that this path only will lead you to success and this will lead you to failure, right? There are different paths, there are different ways to explore. And here he talks that thirst is the path. Thirst is the path itself. See, when you have thirst, you ask that what is the answer seeker is asking, the audience is asking that, I have the thirst, but I don't know the path. So he says that you have the thirst, but you want to know the path. This is a sign of laziness. This is a sign of procrastination. Why is it so? It is because, see, suppose, think a hypothetical scenario. Let's close our eyes and think that you are in a house and the house was the house somehow catches fire, maybe some burst of a cylinder or some other wiring accident, electrical accident, etc. It may be different reasons, but the house is blowing up in fire. Then you don't go to someone asking that what is the exit door. Then you run here and there, like you run here and there just to go out of the room, just to go out of the house because it is burning. And if you were not able, if you are not able to make like to go out from that house, you will be burnt to death, right? You will die. So then you don't ask someone for the path. The same thing applies here. When you have too much hunger, too much thirst in you, that I want to achieve that, you don't go to someone to give you the path. You don't go to someone that tell me the path I want to I want to go there. Then you just start running away. Then you just start off without thinking anything, because the hunger, the burning desire is so that you won't be able to sit down like doing nothing. So this is the first thing. And see, and the second thing is what you can give to get something. See, everything requires sacrifice. I won't use the word sacrifice because sacrifice is a negative word, right? Sacrifice means you love to do something and you don't do it just to do another thing which you don't love, or you want just the end result. You are doing it for the end result. Suppose you want to get selected in a medical college, government medical college, or into the IITs. So that's why you keep aside playing cricket. So you sacrificed playing cricket to get into the IITs or get into the government medical college. So this is a sacrifice, and you actually don't enjoy the process of learning. You are actually giving up playing cricket, which you loved, just for the end result. What is the end result? That you get into the IITs or get into the government medical college and get a high paying job, or have a steady financial life. So this is sacrifice. And what I am telling is, it is not sacrifice, it is surrender. Surrender means what you can give to get what you loved, not the end result, the process, the end result as a whole, everything. It is a holistic approach, right? So what is see, there is a great story. Alexander the Great, when he came to India, he was just roaming around in his horse with pride, and he suddenly saw a mystic, or you can say a fakir or a sadhu. He saw him sitting under a tree, and because of Alexander's pride, because of Alexander's ego, he goes to the mystic or fakir, let it say, and says that I am Alexander the Great. The man laughed out loud with a sarcasm in his tone. Alexander was surprised that the king who conquered the whole world, the one uh, whose name has got the suffix as the Great, Alexander the Great, and the man was laughing in front of me after listening that I conquered the whole world and I am Alexander the Great. It is it is a blow to his ego. It is a harm to his ego, and he said, "You don't know what I have done. I have achieved the whole world. I am Alexander the Great." The fakir said that you are not Alexander the Great, you are Alexander the Great idiot. Why? Alexander just being surprised as we are listening the story. He said that, the fakir said that, see, you have conquered the world, right? He said, yes, I have conquered the world. Suppose you are in a situation that, let's place ourselves in that situation too. Suppose you are in a situation, you are in the middle of a desert. The sun was high rising, the temperature was very high, you are very thirsty, you need a glass of water to quench your thirst, to just leave. You will be dead if you don't get water in the next half an hour. And I have that glass of water, the fakir said. I have that glass of water and I will give it to you, but in exchange, what you will ready to offer to me? Alexander says, okay, I am ready to offer half of my empire. The fakir said, no, I am not going to make the deal. I am not satisfied with what you are giving. And Alexander said, okay, then I will give my whole empire. Then the fakir said, see, this is the worth, this is the value of your whole empire. That is equivalent, that is equal to a glass of water. And you are just being so pride, you are just getting so egoistic. You think I am the superior, everyone is everyone around me is inferior to me because I have that much piece of land under my command. So after listening to the story, he actually got to feel that actually what is the real value that I have created in this world. I have gained nothing because everything will be left out at the time of death. Death will take away everything from you, right? All the materialistic things, all the land, money, fame, everything will be snatched, will be taken from you at the time of death. So Alexander actually felt that moment. And from them he slowly turned a little bit of philosophical, right? So what is this thing is, so if I will say that what you have learned from this story, is it recording or not? Yeah, it is. So what you have got to know from the story, the thing is, if suddenly God came to you and said that what you are ready to offer to me, what you can offer to me, what you are ready to give to God, such as Alexander offered his whole empire. What you have, what is your real wealth, what is your real belonging? I will say, see, I consider wealth which cannot be snatched at the time of death. That is real wealth, and that is uh, basically our soul, the soul, right? And you have to surrender the consciousness and the soul to the Lord, and slowly, by complete surrender and becoming a conscious, like, observer of a life, you can reach to immortality or moksha, right? So next is there is a great poem by our own Rabindranath Tagore, that it is like that, a beggar was going to start off his day. Like in the morning, what he does is, see, the lifestyle of a beggar in the earlier days, how it was, uh, a vikshu, right? In Hindi we call it a vikshu. That what was their lifestyle? They just wake up, they have their bath, or I don't, yeah, they have their bath, and they will go out with a bag, and a bag, maybe a bag or a container, and they will go to every houses, every people, to give them something to eat or some money from where they can buy their food, and then they will come to home and have that what they have acquired, what they have got in the whole day, and next day they will go for begging, and this process or this cycle continues, right? So the beggar started his day, and his bag and the container, he took both a bag and a container, and before starting his day he always put some rice in his bag or in the container, because there is a natural human tendency that you have, uh, mm, see, suppose I give you two scenarios. One scenario is, you are in um, you are in a crowd, and in that crowd everyone is giving 1 rupee or 2 rupee to a person who is begging in the street. Then you will be influenced to do so, and if in the same scenario no one is giving the beggar anything, you will not be too much influenced to give the beggar something, and you will simply ignore. This is the natural human tendency. We will be influenced by what around us happens, right? So what the beggar does is, put when he goes from his home, he simply puts some rice and in the container and in the bag, to show that, to show the people that some people have already given me, so please, you also help me. People are already helping, and you will be a part of them. And if he goes with an empty container, it is less probable that someone will help him. So he, after putting some rice, he goes out, and that day in the morning, what uh, he saw is the chariot of the king. The chariot, the beautiful, with two beautiful horses, white horses. In the morning they are running, and the chariot is coming towards him in the street, and he like you have seen the ad that Manme Laddu Kuta, that ad, right? He his mind was blown away. His mind got like was so happy because the beggars were not allowed to go to the inside the castle, and they cannot directly ask something from the king. And here is a golden opportunity for him to get something from the king. He he has this golden opportunity to ask to give something, and the king obviously with such riches, such wealth, and such a kind heart, he will surely give him a lot, right? So he was so much happy that day. At that moment of time when he saw the chariot was coming towards him, and he was thinking like, I will ask for this, I will get that, I will live a happy life. He was like making all the scenarios in his mind. And then when the chariot came to him, came very close to him, the chariot stopped. Was more happy that the chariot was stopped before me. Now I got the chance. This is the golden opportunity. So he asks that then, but to his amaze, the king came down and said, I'm very sorry, but can you give me something? Can I get something from you? I know, the king says all these things. I know that you are the beggar. You don't have so much stuff, you don't possess so much wealth, but my astrologer said that if that today when I go out with my chariot, in my chariot, and I have to get something from the first person that I met, and uh, if I got something from the first person that I saw in the street, then it will be beneficial for my kingdom. It will be a sign of luck for my kingdom. It will protect my kingdom in some ways. The astrologer must have given a lot of reason. The king says. Then the king like mm, gives his hand, like asks for something, and the beggar was surprised that why is he asking for me? I don't have something, and I don't have so much, right? So the beggar puts his hand in his bag. His bag has like a handful of rice, right? So, but he thinks that what I uh, was supposed to give. See, we all have that tendency that we can't give something, give someone so much of stuff. If we have suppose 1 lakh in our pocket, we will give 1 or 2 rupees to the other person. Although we have so much, but we are somewhat the ones who have never donated a lot of things, who have never practiced donation, will not be able to suddenly donate, because since he was born, the beggar was asking for something from someone. He never gave someone something. So it is against his nature, and it is against our nature too. We go to a temple or to religious places, and we always ask for something. Give me this, give me that, and we never offer something. What we can offer at the max? At the max, we can offer something like some sweets or we will give 100 rupees or 200 rupees. That is a very small percentage of our wealth. So we don't have the practice of donation. We can't give someone so much, right? So what the beggar does is get like puts its hand in the bag and picked up only one grain of rice, because he was not mm, he don't have the practice to give. It's against his inner being. He he don't want to give that, but because the king asked and he gave a valid reason, he gives one grain of rice. And then the king went away, and the beggar was too sad, too melancholic, right? He, although that day, the rest of the day, he got a lot in donation. He got like what he collects in 3 to 4 days, he got that much amount of money and food in that single day. Uh, because you have seen that if you donate something, na, you will get in return. You will get in return what you have done. Your karma will get back to you. This is the law of karma. And as although the beggar donated very like very less in quantity, but he has donated something, so he got more than the usual, more uh, stuffs than his usual average day. But still he was very sad, because he missed the opportunity to get something from the king, and as well he have to give something. अपने पास जितना भी आ जाए, अगर अगर कुछ ना कुछ देना पड़ जाए तो हमें दुख होता है. Although how much we have, we don't focus on the things that we have. We focus on the things that we gave, that we lost, right? It's like you don't value something when it is with you. You value it after you lost it or before you got it. So the beggar went to his home. His wife was very happy that you have got so much today. You have got so much today. We are very happy. I am very happy. But he said, no, I am sad today because I got the opportunity to meet with the king, but I missed it. And at the same time, I have to give him one grain. And that is still in his heart, that he has to give one grain. Because we remember what we lost, but we don't remember what we gained. So what he does is he inverts the whole bag and puts all the rice, all the food that he got in the floor to see how much he got. And then he sees that one grain of rice has turned into gold. One grain of rice has turned into a golden rice. Then he got shocked and he cried out loud. He burst into an emotional bomb. And what he was thinking, that I gave a single grain of rice to the king, and that's why one single grain of rice in my bag turned into gold. If I had given him a handful, or I have given him all the thing I had, then all those rice would have turned into gold. So this is the funda, that whatever you give, it will get back to you in return. But you have to be kind, you have to be generous when you donate. And this is the same thing, that if if uh, God comes and says that I will give you moksha, you got the opportunity to know the truth, then what are you ready to give to me in return? You will say you will not be able to give anything, because you don't have the heart, you don't have the kindness to give, you don't have the mind to give everything, right? So, but you don't understand that what you give, you get 10 times or 100 times of that. But so basically, I forgot where I was. So, that is the thing. You don't like, you don't, you are not ready to give up, you are not ready to give everything, you are not ready to surrender. Then why you want to know the truth, why you want to get nirvana? See, there is another what I can say, there is another very good quote. See, there is another great quote that says, everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. It matches. And see, this poem, this isn't just a poem, it is a mirror. God doesn't come to take from you, He comes to reveal you to yourself. He comes to see, will you cling to your rights or surrender your soul? We beg from the divine daily. We beg, no? We are beggars. Every one of us are beggars. We go to the temples and beg for peace, success, health, enlightenment, etc., etc. But when God comes with the bowl, we withhold, we hesitate, we calculate. We protect our little grains, never realizing that He came only to multiply what we give. So we have to understand this very basic thing, and the divine gives you as much as you are willing to lose. If you want a golden soul, you must give with a golden heart. So ask yourself again, when God comes to your door, disguised as a beggar, will you offer one grain or everything? तुम क्या दोगे? भगवान जब आएंगे ना मांगने तुमसे, that what you are ready to give, will you give the will you give a small portion of your wealth that you have, that will obviously be taken at the time of death, or you will surrender your whole being, your whole soul to the one, to the nature, or to the God? This is the idea, right? And there is another story. Wait, let me find it. Mm, mm, mm. See, See, the next thing is the trap of pleasure. The trap in which every one of us are enslaved upon that idea. The idea is, this thing is, if you will live your life, your whole life, expecting that I will suffer the whole life just to go to heaven after I die. See, the first idea is the Charvak philosophy says that do all kinds of amusement here. Enjoy your life, drink alcohol, smoke, and I guess drinking alcohol, smoking, these are all metaphors, and do all the stuffs that give you enjoyment. But why Charvak philosophy says this to you is they want to make you realize that after doing all the enjoyment, all the pleasures, after getting into all that uh, happiness, what you think happiness is, getting into the clubs, getting into the bars, etc., etc., you will see that none of them can give you enjoyment. You will give that none of them can fill the void that is inside you and uh, give you true happiness or true pleasure. So it says that go behind all instant gratification and then come to spirituality, just to realize that there is nothing in these worldly matters and there is only one thing, which is the truth, I guess, which is the God, or which is the nature, whatever you can say it is, but it is something there. So see, if you live your whole life in hardship, in going through pain just to achieve something after you die, this is not the life which Osho wants us to lead. Why is it so? It is so because, see, there is a quote that जब हम किसी चीज के साथ ज्यादा वक्त वक्त बिता लेते हैं, we spend a lot of time with something, हम उससे प्यार करने लगते हैं, वो हमारा दर्द ही क्यों ना हो. When we spend a lot of time with something or somebody, we start to loving it. We start to love it. Maybe it can be our pain, or it can be something that gives us mental instability. So this is the thing, because if you don't practice enjoyment here, after you go to heaven, suppose there are books where you can find in heaven there are showers of alcohol, but if you don't practice here how to enjoy alcohol, you won't be able to enjoy there, because you haven't practiced it here. And you haven't practiced it here, although it is here, so there is a great probability that you will be sat there also, where there will be showers of that thing, showers of happiness. But maybe there are showers of happiness, but you don't want to have the happiness, then nobody can force you to. भगवान उनके मदद करते हैं जो अपनी खुद की मदद कर सके. God only help those ones who are ready to help themselves, right? So this is the thing. And there is another aspect to this, that suppose you are given sugar every day, then you will start feeling to resist sugar, then you will not have the craving of sugar. The thing is, if you will be given happiness each and every day, then you won't love it. Suppose you go to heaven and there is enjoyment every day, then you will long for some normal day, some normal stuff. And see, the thing is, what is the thing is, heaven is not freedom, it's just a prettier prison. It is a prison uh, that is served to you in a different packaging, but the material is same. The material is, you're going to be remain enslaved and you are going to suffer. And if you find yourself tired, broken, or lost, remember you're in the last right place, because only here, in the tension of being human, can wake you up. What we think we want pleasure forever. No, that is not the thing. But what we truly seek is meaning, depth, and transformation. And transformation only happens through contrast, through darkness meeting light, pain birthing awareness. The gods trapped in endless delight can't grow, they can't transcend. They are stuck in the most beautiful cage ever made. Mm, There is another story that once there was a great monk who was celebrated among many in the whole world. He has a great fan base, and when he was in old age, when he is going to die, he he announces that everybody who are my beloved followers, who follows me, who loves me, please come. I need to meet you. We need to have a last meeting, because I think I'm going to die soon. I don't have too many days in this planet Earth. So then what he says is, I don't have too many days. And uh, that meet was very huge, very big. Lot, thousands and thousands of people came. The hall or the area was packed up, jumped up, and in between the lakhs of people, he announces that, see, every time you wanted moksha, every time you wanted freedom, enlightenment, but today I am going to achieve enlightenment. And if anyone among you wants, come with me. Let's taste death and then have enlightenment. So, if anyone wants enlightenment, please raise up their hand. Amazingly, nobody raised their hands. Nobody, not a single person. 1 minute passed, 2 minutes passed. No one among the lakhs who wanted moksha, but they didn't want to die. So the monk says, okay, all right, if none of you wants enlightenment, then it's fine. And this is our last meet. And when he was going to end, a person just raises his hands half, like in dilemma. So the monk was very happy that that's the one, that's my true follower. He wants enlightenment, although that person have to die. So, but the person stands up and says, "No, sir, I don't want it now. But can you just please tell me the path that goes towards enlightenment? Maybe when I want, I can go there if I already knew the path. But now I am not ready to die." Then the monk says that, "See, you are never ever ready to get enlightenment because you will be always stuck in these worldly matters, and you don't want to give your name, your fame, your success, your wealth, your everything in the search of truth. You just want to know the truth as a cherry on the top of the cake, and the cake was all your materialistic belongings, and you want both of them. But unfortunately, you have to surrender yourself to reach that level of spiritual, what I can say, consciousness, that level of spiritual enlightenment, and you are not ready to surrender. So among the lakhs who show so much interest, they attend satsang, they attended lectures, they have all to get to that one thing, but when it's time, they are not ready because they are not ready to give up. So this is the idea. And see, the thing is, this isn't about the man, this is about you and me. We say we want peace, but not at the cost of comfort. We say we want God, but not if it means losing ego, money, or routine. We want truth in theory. We want truth in theory, we want nirvana later. There is no latter on the path of truth. Truth is like fire. You either step into it now, or you live your whole life gathering wood that will never burn. So the real question is, do you want enlightenment? This is the real question. So, and are you willing to give up today? Because if you are not ready now, you will be never ready in your whole life. कुछ ना कुछ तो रहेगा काम। काम तो इस दुनिया में तुम्हें ऐसे बनाया गया है कि तुम उलझे रहो। You are like you are holded back with so much force that they don't want you realize that what is the purpose or what is the thing. And the truth is, if you are in a dream, you only realize that it is a dream when you wake up, and until you wake up, it is truth for you. This is the same thing we realize here. And I guess I have talked too much today. Yeah, that's it from my side. And the last thing is, see, in Tare Zameen Par, it is a great film. It's a great movie. There is a line in the song that तुझ में अगर प्यास है बारिश का घर भी पास है रोके तुझे कोई क्यों भला सन सन तेरे आकाश है. See, the lines are तुझ में अगर प्यास है, if you got the thirst in you, if you got the burning desire in you, बारिश का घर भी पास है. The house of the rain, the thing which you need is near you. You will find it by some way or the other. जिसको करना होता है वो कर लेता है और जिसको नहीं करना वो बहाना देता रहता है. So the thing is, just start your action. I know you don't have the whole roadmap, and if you have the roadmap for suppose your career or in the path of spirituality, then that is not your path. You are just copying someone. You are just you are motivated. You are not inspired. There is a difference between motivation and inspiration. Inspiration comes from inside and motivation comes from outside. You just love the outer what I can say, the shiny glitters, and you don't know about the real gold. You start running behind the glitters and you avoid the real gold or real jewelry or real diamond. So this is the thing, and I think that's it for today, guys. Bye bye.